Five, four, three, two, one. This is it. This is it. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Let's immediately do a sound check. Mic one, two, three. First of all, let me start with an apology. I am sorry for the sound quality from the previous lives. So I'm a little bit late starting today because I said, you know what? I get the feeling that the mic that's been picking up is not my mic. Yes. And I did a test and no wonder the sound sounded like I was far away. It's because it's my webcam that is picking up the sound. No webcam audio. We have a mic. Come on, we're a professional show here. So I had to turn off figure out how to turn that off. So I've turned off the mic. Confirm that the sound is sounding. Please, in the comment section down below. Hello, everybody. This is Mzansi Unfiltered, and I also confirm my appearance on behalf of, let me see, Bondava, okay? The know it alls, yes, as well as, there's one more person. Somebody added this to the list yesterday, and I'm like, man, you guys are absolutely hilarious in these comment streets. Let me find that comment. Let me I gotta do that comment justice because it made me chuckle. Here we go. You guys are gonna love it too. Let me start again. Excuse me. Hello, everybody. This is Mzansi Unfiltered, and I confirm my appearance on behalf of Bondava, the know-it-alls. And drum roll, please. Where's my drum roll? You guys have to hear this one, okay? I feel like I'm just gonna have to do this a third time because I didn't have my drum roll ready. Okay. By the way, I do this when I'm recording, so I'll click like 3 times so that I pick up my audio where I need to delete. Yeah, fun fact in case you also a YouTuber. So, um, as it pleases the court, this is your host, Unfiltered, and I confirm my appearance on behalf of the know-it-alls, Bondava, and drum roll, please. Watching briefs. What are the watching briefs? Who are the watching briefs? How are you guys? We see you, we hear you. There's one particular watching brief. Let's do a quick pop quiz and see if you guys really follow the Sense of Mayweather trial. There is a watching brief who's continuously mentioned at the Malanga Commission and also the ad hoc committee. Who is the watching brief? 10 points. So, welcome, everybody to the live. Coming in, take a seat, take a seat. If you are not a member, that is subscribed to the channel. It is absolutely free to the channel to subscribe, guys. I have no idea why you guys are not subscribing. It is proven. It is a fact. You know, Commissioner Baloyi only works with facts. It is a fact. When I say that some of you are watching without subscribing, it is a known fact. Even YouTube knows it. 42% of people watching Mzansi Unfiltered are not subscribed. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you watching without doing the bare minimum, which is subscribing? Subscribing to the channel benefits you and it benefits me. It benefits you because it tells you when and sends you notifications, as well as if I post anything, you guys get to see it. It's such a simple relationship. There's no kidney transfers. There's no transplants. There's no organ donation. It's just hitting the subscription button and turning on notifications. 42% of you continue, okay? Continue to watch, aka YouTube sees you on these streets, watching and watching and watching and not doing your justice to the channel. Speaking of justice to the channel, okay, in our live today, in honor of Bongani Ntanzi, who did a phenomenal job, I have turned off ads, okay? Ads are off so that we can discuss Ubongani Ntanzi without interruption. Okay, so drop a 1 in the comment section if you appreciate that. There'll be no ads during the live, but to the replay gang, hi everybody, welcome, thank you for joining. Shout out to the replay members. If you're watching in the replay, I will turn on ads because I have to make my money somehow. And I don't want to cry on the internet and beg you guys to watch the ads. So thank you for joining if you're watching in the replay. And also, there'll be no ads during this live. That doesn't mean every live there won't be ads. We'll do it as we go and we see how you guys respond to this. So let's start first by responding with subscribing. Yeah. And then, secondly, however, if you do choose to support the channel financially, you can do the super thanks, super chats, super don'tonies. They're still there, I think. I don't know. I think they're still there. Um, any more family announcements? Are we done with the announcements? Are we ready to start? Are we ready to jump into Mzansi Unfiltered's commentary of the last week? First of all, can we give Ntanzi a round of applause? Yeah, let's give him a round of applause. I think he deserves it. I think he deserves a round of applause because, man, that couldn't have been easy. That could not have been easy, but he surprised me. Yeah, I'm going to go out there and say he surprised me. But do you know who else deserves a round of applause? Attorney Ramasipeli. He deserves a round of applause and he deserves his flowers. Now, why exactly does Ramasipeli deserve a round of applause? Let's start with him, shall we? He took so long. It was brutal. It was painful. And I'm an analytical person. So I could see, even in the SABC live count, like people watching, the numbers were not numbering. Okay. The numbers were not numbering. Also, my viewership was also down because it felt repetitive, which is quite contrary because Bongani Ntanzi is a favorite, right? People empathize with his situation. People want him out. Justice for Bongani Ntanzi. But then people did not show up to watch him. And I'm not even talking on my channel. I'm talking on the SAPC Live. They did not show up to support him and to watch him. Yeah, it is virtual support. Yes, he won't know you didn't watch last week. But there's something in the air. Okay, we've got to show up. We've got to show up in numbers, which is why I keep encouraging you guys to please watch up my videos. Please share. We've got to get on the homepage. We have got to get on the homepage because if the Malangarism is on the homepage and all these other cases are on the homepage, they remain relevant front and center. Since the Mayua trial, viewership is trickling down. We've got to bring it back up. Got to bring it back up because you know the cold storage unit. That's a win for them. The cold storage unit is just going to keep cold storaging. They're just going to keep going out there. So we've got to please do our part as viewers of the Senzo Mayua trial because no matter how he died or what he was doing at the Kumalo home, no one deserves to be pew-pewed, carried into a car like a rug, and then taken to the hospital as if there's no emergency services available. And then the story doesn't make sure. And then the cold storage unit goes around looking for a tall guy who has hoodies in his closet and possibly maybe has a goatee. I'm going to raise my hand and say I suspect that they needed Ntanzi to fit the description of their narrative. And what kind of a society would we be if we allowed that to happen and continue to happen? That a young man, he was probably 29 at the time of his arrest, this young man can be arrested because he is tall, dark, and handsome. No, okay, wrong show. Because he's tall, has a goatee, and could have maybe had dreadlocks and a gold tooth, as seen by Makaleni in the middle of the night, and maybe could have had a firearm in his hand, but he was running. But Makaleni never saw Umuzi Sibia and accused number 4, Umthokoziseni Mapisa. Makaleni's memory is very selective. Unfortunately, he's 6 feet under, so he cannot come to tell us how he has this superpower. Like he has vision 2020 in the dark, that he can see a gold tooth. And then they went with that gold tooth narrative only to take Ntanzi to the doctor, and there's no trace of a gold tooth. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So, as I was talking about the viewership of Ntanzi being on the stand for a good 10 days, 10 whole days, that's a good 2 weeks, he was on the stand. And I think he's been standing, guys, not sitting. I think they stand. And I say that because I think there was a time Moses was asked to sit down, and Moses said, "Nope, let's go." And Untanzi, there's a time, I'm not sure which advocate it was, said, "As you standing there in the witness box." So that's when, for me, I took a moment and said, "Wow, he's standing. Isn't that serious?" Now, speaking of standing, who changed the judge's chair? Why is the judge's chair black? What did my lord do to deserve this? Hmm? He's been taken out of the royal chair and been given this clumsy looking chair. But basically, um, why we need to keep watching the Senzo Mayweather trial? Because we need to keep it active in the algorithms. I don't want to go behind, talk about the behind the scenes, search engine optimization, dun all that. Okay, that's just marketing phrases. But it is relevant because Senzo Mayweather deserves justice. That's just the reality. He does deserve justice. The people who took his live, and participated in concealing, one, the firearm, two, the alleged perpetrator, mistake or not, they deserve to go behind bars and they deserve to be exposed. Patricia Mashale over there is working hard. Okay, she's working hard, making dessert, serving dessert. Currently, she served utumelo meldala dessert. I wonder, do you think she would serve Zandile dessert? Anyway, and then she's also presently serving Gininda. That's not even dessert. She has currently summoned Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda's wife, okay, to the front of the room. And Gininda himself, and opened up a case over there at Home Affairs so that their citizenship can be investigated. Imagine being a brigadier. A brigadier is like a high ranking position. Okay, it's like a directorial managerial position inside SAPS. I imagine they make quite a bit of coins over there. And then someone on their Facebook page is coming for you. Now that has got to tickle Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda, who's on page, you already know, 283 of Paul O'Sullivan's book, Stop Me If You Can. I will forever be grateful to Paul O'Sullivan. Yes, I will forever be grateful to him for publishing his book and including a very clear photo of Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda, because he tried to conceal himself. He tried to make sure nobody ever knows what he looks like. And that is why at every opportunity I get, I highlight the book. It might benefit Paul O'Sullivan, but it's actually benefiting us. I mean, we've got to give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, Paul O'Sullivan gave us a photo of Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda, which does not exist on the internet. Try and search any other photo of Gininda. You will not find it. So we've got to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda's wife's name has been mentioned by Patricia Mashale. And she did not hold back. I'm just trying to find her name because, her name isn't like Barbara or Patricia, a name that I can just remember with ease. But I want to put it on the record right here at Mzansi Unfiltered so that we are aware. She also posted, and this is on her Facebook page, guys. Did she take down the post? I can't find it. She took down the post. Why can't I find it? Wait, let me do one more scroll. Dun, da, da, da. I can't find it. I think she took down the post. Da, 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 da. No, I can't find it. It's gone. Gone with the wind. Okay, anyway, we can still continue without it. So basically, drum roll to Ramasipili, drum roll to Ramasipili, drum roll to Ramasipili, drum roll to Ramasipili, because it was tedious, I will admit, and it felt tedious because we've heard it all before, right? We have heard it all before. Ramasipili literally told us, I mean, all of this within a trial within a trial. So the viewership was down, and I guess people went to watch the one and only Shadrach Sivia. You see, Shadrach Sivia, I don't know. I don't like to say some kind of stuff, but I'm trying to see how I can say this and remain politically correct and not offensive. Let me just take a moment to think in my brain. Hmm. See, Shadrach Sibia. See, that's all that comes to mind when I think of Shadrach Sibia. Yeah. I also think of the Impalas, though. I do think of the Impalas, justice for the Impalas. Go ahead and type justice for the Impalas in the comment section down below because why do I laugh when I think of Shadrach? I mean, the man, I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets what's going on. And I think he's a law unto himself. I think he spends a lot of time bullying people, allegedly. This is my opinion, listening to him talk at the Madlanga Commission. Forget every other video. Forget every other video. Just think of him at the Madlanga Commission only. Do you know how much content I have of him there? How many memes of just Shadrach Severe have come out? And then you think to yourself, but this man was in an interview. And this is in the affidavit of Constable Sizwe Kumbuzo Zungu, the only witness, as Advocate Ngumalo rightfully pointed out multiple times this week, the only witness. And he's not a Section 204 witness. 'Cause that is going to be very interesting. See, he was there in the meeting where Constable Zungu is giving out all this weird information about being with the accused at the hostel. I find that Constable Zungu's story is quite convenient. He conveniently places himself close enough to the crime scene, but not quite yet at the crime scene. Because had he placed himself at the crime scene, then he would also have to face charges. And I think he should have done that. He should have done himself that favor because they would have given him a Section 204 status which elevates him in the realm of witnesses and he would have been immune. I mean, you can see how Judge Rata is. He would have totally complied and given him immunity come time well after the five accused are convicted. Of course, immunity is only granted if you are if your evidence convicts the five accused. So he would have been convicted, he would have benefited from the slush fund that Paul Sullivan always tells us about. It would have worked in his favor. But what he did was disclose some very interesting information that Shadrach Severe was there. Now, for those who listen, and they listen well, the reason why that information is relevant is because that meeting happened in 2019 and Shadrach Severe was not, I repeat, not an employee of SAPS. Instead, he was actually disgraced and removed from SAPS because of the Zimbabwe rendition case. And then he went to work over there at COJ, City of Joburg. Now, where in any constitution or SAPS manuals, because that's one thing Shadrach Sibiya is presently doing over there at the Madlanga Commission, reading manuals alive, manuals alive, aloud. Did I say alive? Reading manuals aloud. And while he's reading those manuals aloud, he is showing us his lack of comprehension of what is written in clear English. And then one would be tempted to say, how did he become a whole general again? I think, in my opinion, he was given this deputy general, well, not deputy general, he was given this deputy commissioner, deputy national police commissioner role to appease him because his employment was terminated. That's what I'm thinking. It's the only thing that makes sense. How he rose to such a high rank when he cannot even read a manual and understand what it says. And then they'll argue back and forth with the commissioners. But thankfully, the commissioners, they know how to read English and they can comprehend. And they'll say, that's not what it means. I mean, it's written. You're supposed to just follow the policy. This is the directive you were given. by Umar Samola. You followed step one, two, and then you remixed step three. No, I didn't do a remix. Yes, you did. No, I didn't do a remix. Yes, you did. No, I didn't do a remix. Do you concede? You did a remix. Yes, I. It's unfair, Commissioner Chair. I don't want to be punished. He cries foul at every second. This is the Deputy National Commission. Forget that he's suspended. This man was in a very, very top ranking position. And at any time he is challenged, he cries foul. That is highly concerning for me because I ask myself, what happens to people who worked under him? What happens to people who worked under him and they would have something to say against against him? I feel there were terrible consequences. And as for witness F as in Fanny, no, not F as in Frank, F as in Fanny Mgulugudu with the white bag that has chocolates over there at Katie Malifi's house, him. And his questionable advocate, attorney, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, him. The, those two, that pair is very suspicious. I suspect Fanny had no choice. I'm not trying to give him a defense, but Fanny, feel free to clip this part and use it for your defense. It actually would make sense because Shadrach Sibia, in my opinion, is a bully. Just say you were bullied into it. Just say you had no choice. Say you had an ethical dilemma. If you didn't do what he asked you to do, go pick up this and that, you were going to lose your job. You've got a family to feed and children. Don't throw Shaddy under the bus. That's your only option right now because how many doctor's notes can you possibly produce? It's either you produce a doctor's note and then the next thing you produce is a death certificate. That's the only way out of this. You've got to come up with something. You've bought yourself time. I would say if you're not going to turn into a death certificate, then I would say throw Shadrach Sibia under the bus, tell the nation the whole truth, nothing but the truth. And it wouldn't be a surprise for me, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm not prescribing any self harm to witness F, but I'm just saying your only option here is to throw Shadrach Sibia under the bus. He's already thrown Sentimule, General Sentimule to the front of the room. He's already thrown her under the bus by speaking about her BBL and her source of BBL. Let's assume for a brief 2 seconds that she paid for her BBL herself and that there's no voluntary payment from Musimuzi Matlala. Let's just assume that for a second. Let's just assume that is a fact that she paid for her own BBL. Why would the general bring this to our attention now? Because he knew before Madanga Commission, before Konazi spoke on the 6th of July, 2026, why did he not hold a press conference and say, General Sentimule, who works in my office, has just done a BBL. She can't sit in a car for 3 months. She has to lie flat. How did you know that, Chadrick? You seem too close to an employee for my understanding. But anyway, so why did he not do his own press conference and talk about the BBL and expose her? Why did he keep it a secret all this time until now? We know he's always had access to a mic. We know he did media tours. Why did he not talk about the BBLs then? Why did he not talk about the BBL fact even after, what's her name? Honorable James told Kat Matlala over there inside Khosimampuru prison that he paid for a BBL. Why did Shadrach Sibia not come out and do a press conference? It's his favorite thing. He loves to give out press conferences. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I've gone way down the Madlanga field than I wanted to. All I wanted to highlight, I digress, right? All I wanted to highlight is that Shadrach Sibia was inside Pagati within the meeting in November 2019. When he was not a SAPS employee, what was he doing? That's all I was supposed to highlight. Why did you guys stop me? Why did you guys let me go down that drain? Why did you let me go down? I'm so embarrassed because that was not the point of conversation at all. I wasn't supposed to go that deep into it. I just want to read this quote from Shadrach Sibia. It says, "This is unfair. Everything that General Kumalo says is taken as gospel truth." Guess what the five accused are saying inside the dock? This is unfair. Everything that a colonel, no, he's not a colonel. Is he a colonel? Constable. Everything that Constable Skubuzo Sizwe says is taken as gospel truth by the state, by Kinanda, and most weirdly, a sitting judge, a whole judge who's supposed to use his critical thinking, analytical thinking, judgment dun, sits there daily and tells us about Constables Kumbuzo Zungu, the only witness in the Senzo trial. He's not even an eyewitness because he was not there. He wasn't there. He was close enough. He was just a few streets away. He conveniently places himself close enough to the crime scene, but not quite there. Then one would be tempted to say, why? Why? Why place yourself even in this Nganekwane? It is quite embarrassing if you ask me. It's even embarrassing that they made this an entire case. I believe they did not think they'll be members of the public jury. I think they did not think they'll be Abondaba. And I certainly think they did not think that there would be watching briefs, watching this case. I really think. And they definitely didn't bet on Advocate, therefore. Now that's their wild card. Okay. They don't know what to do with him because he's still in it for the win. Okay. He might be outside the club. Just like you guys who are not subscribed, 42% of you are watching my videos and not subscribed. I absolutely wonder why. Why do you watch? Why are you watching if you're not subscribed? I'd rather you didn't watch. Because then we'll know who the real family members are and that they're subscribed and they're supporting the channel. Ads have been turned off. Everybody is benefiting. So please hit that subscription button as, in honor of my contribution to the cause. Yeah? Anyway, so basically, why? Why did Skhumbuzo Zungu enter the arena? Because they needed a fall guy. They needed the heat off of the Kumalos. Why did they need the heat off of the Kumalos? Why did we need a sideshow? What is it that the Kumalos didn't want discovered about them? Or what information do the Kumalos, and by Kumalos, I mean Kelly Kumalo, accused number 0. She has a J50 warrant of arrest that has been submitted to George Baloyi. And you guys know George Baloyi's famous or infamous behavior trait. It's been proven because Bongani Ntanzi shocked us. Let me tell you something about the Senzo trial defense witnesses when they take that stand. They should let us know in advance. I have a wild card for you guys. I'm going to have a surprise for you. Make sure you're here. There goes Bongani Ntanzi out of nowhere. Pulls a trick out of his hat and says, George Baloyi, I told him about the torturized. You told? Why are we only hearing about this today o'clock? Huh? Some people are not even watching the Senzo trial anymore and they have no idea how rotten George Baloyi is. Like, guys, the more the defense witnesses speak, the more George Baloyi is exposed with his sidekick over there, doctor, all white teeth, smiling. Huh? George Baloyi. Can you guys believe it? George Baloyi was informed about the torturization and he committed to assisting Ntanzi. And not only did he commit, he then tried to backpedal on it and say it had nothing to do with the torturization. It had to do with being tortured by correctional services. You're inventing the wheel? And then he says, no, but then his torture ended on the 24th of of July 2020. What do you mean ended? So you know about the torture. Do you guys understand the implications? And think about it. I'm going to do a chart. There's just never time these days. But I want to do a chart, a timeline of Ntanzi, and then align it with that of Okwabini and align it with that of Marco Zonke. Because I have a feeling these guys were overlapping. And then I'm asking myself, how heartless can you be to be torturizing three people at the same time? And these are known cases. What about other people? What about what if there are people who didn't survive the torturization? Have you guys thought about that as well? Have you guys thought about what if there are people who lost their lives? Did you hear how Ntanzi described what it felt like being electrocutioned? Dun. I'm not sure if I can say that word because I gotta be creative on these YouTube streets. Speaking of creativity, guys, I did a BBL video. Some of you asked me, what is a BBL? I did a whole BBL video. It's still up. YouTube hasn't struck it down. So make sure you catch it before I take it down. It's on my other channel, of course. I was not going to risk my big channel posting BBL content. So make sure you go catch it on GNU Unfiltered. But what about the people who didn't survive the torturization? Bongani Ntanzi says it felt like a needle was inside your intestines. Do you guys know what it's like to feel a needle inside your intestines? I I don't. But I think he described it as best as he could. And then I think of myself, so I'm just gonna high level. Okay, I had surgery recently and then I had stitches. Let me tell you, that's the worst time of my life. Okay. Those stitches, there were many, I don't know, many, a lot. And I remember waking up and saying, you said it was a minor procedure and we're not going to put any stitches. What is all this? And no, it was not a pregnancy. Okay. Because obviously in pregnancy, you're not entirely on a general anesthesia. And no, I was not doing a BBL. Oh my goodness. But it was an emergency procedure. Saved my life. Thank you very much to the team. Um, but the point that I'm getting at is obviously I was in a lot of pain, internal pain that they had to go in and fix. That pain. So when Bohan Ntanzi described that needle feeling, I was like, wow. Might not be the same areas, but imagine feeling pain inside and you can't access that part of your body to alleviate the pain. So I definitely empathize with him and I understand. And then when I woke up, I had all these stitches on me. It's like, and you can't even move. You can't move. You can't cough. Better not cough because the pain comes. And then you also better not sneeze, yawn. Oh my goodness, that's the worst. That is the worst feeling of it all. And I never told you guys before. This is the first time disclosing it. Shout out to the live gang. You guys get to hear this live. But one person in the comments said, "What's wrong with your voice?" I remember laughing. I remember laughing and saying, "Damn, they got me." Because yes, I was on bed rest, but I was still, doing my videos. And everything was done. But I'm okay now and I can live to tell the story. So when he talks about needles from inside Pagati within, and he is not on general anesthesia, do you see? See, these doctors, they don't have to put you in general anesthesia. They could just do the entire surgery while you're alive. But they know that you'll be going, ow, 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 the entire time you'll be wriggling and rolling, right? So they won't be able to do this successfully. So they put you under general anesthesia. You're out like a cat. You're out, out, completely. Bongani Ntanzi says it felt like a needle and it's just moving inside you. Think about what that could feel like. That's just crazy business to me. Anyway, I thought I should give you a comparison of what that felt like hearing him say that. And wow, that was a huge revelation. And then George Baloyi going out, and then he's got this feeling, and you already know Bongani Ntanzi hated the fact that he did not shower the entire time. We all know that's a big bone of contention for him. He mentions it every second he gets. If Mjago was my attorney, why didn't he see my needs? I had so many needs. The man did nothing for me but sit in a corner. Anyway, the point I am getting at is that George Baloyi knew. Somebody call the commissioners, please. Somebody call the commissioners. There should be a Senzo trial commission. And no, it should not happen 25 years later after the fact. It should not happen 25 years after the fact. Do you see what money does? Money makes me smile. Thank you so much, Brandon. I do see the super thanks, super chat. I do see you that, oh, and also that you're a member for the last 3 months. I love it. I love it. Thank you for financially supporting the channel. And thank you for sponsoring today's show. Yay. You see, I told you guys that the ads are off, but I think super thanks will work. So I appreciate you confirming that. I was literally guessing that because I could see the dollar sign was still there, but I wasn't sure if it works if I've turned off ads. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. Okay. Every amount makes me happy. Yay! And then so thank you. I highly appreciate that. Let me heart that. How do you heart that? There we go. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted by technology. So basically that's what I wanted to tell you. That Baloyi knew. He knew this entire time. And Bongani Ntanzi waited until his defense to mention this. Let's just take for a moment. What if this was said when Advocate Tulani Joshua Ngomezulu was still alive? Do you guys imagine how much heat that would have been in that courtroom? Let me know. What are your thoughts? Let me do a quick comment section check through because you know I love the comments. What is a live without comments? Oh my goodness, I can't go live without talking to you guys. So let me just quickly go through the comments as we ponder on this thought. What would have happened? Why was George Baloyi silent about this? He was even the one. If you guys remember, let me take you back how the trial in the trial within the trial came about. Let me remind you how the trial within the trial came about. Ngomezulu, Advocate Tilani Joshua Ngomezulu, the late, was not a part of the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Instead, it was attorney Osipo Ramasipili who was representing accused number 1, Muzisiwia, and accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi. Yeah? And then, I'm not sure what exactly was going on, and then George Baloyi kept on with his objections on and on, on and on. And then next thing, my lord is like, trial within a trial. I remember this part because I remember Ramasipili being shocked. I remember him being just so shocked and overwhelmed. And that is when he showed up, when it was now time for the trial with the trial to start. That is how he introduced Advocate Tulani Joshua Ngomezulu into the Senzo Meyiwa trial, who came on board to assist with the defense for the torturizations. And man, he did a phenomenal job. He did a phenomenal job doing that. And I feel that Ramasipili, this is my own personal opinion, I feel that Ramasipili feels like he owes it to Ngomezulu because he lost his life. This is like, soldiers on the line of defense in war. This is as if Ramasipili feels he left Ngomezulu on the battlefield. This is why I feel Ramasipili is fighting hard. If the judge comes left, he pulls him. If Baloyi comes with his objection, he throws mud at him. As for the doctor, don't even mention it. He throws cow dung at the doctor. Ramasipili is not playing at all. So let me do a quick. Oh no. I just saw the first comment. It's from Titty. It says, "We have one like." What do you mean you have one like? This better have been from the beginning of the. Can we please take a moment, okay, to like the live? Please. I would highly appreciate it. It will bring me so much joy. We have, let's see who's in. Of course, we've got Alf in the waiting room. Alf is not only a channel member, but he's the watching brief. Okay, he is the watching brief in the corridors. He's the man who's gonna wait and wait and wait and do the countdown in the comment section. And I love it. And I was just chatting with him, and I let him know. Listen, let me tell you something. I saw you inside Parati within. I saw you over there at the Mdlangarism doing the countdown. You see, at the Mdlangarism, even SABC doesn't play stupid games. When it's time to go live, they open those curtains fast and furious. And he was like, three, two, one. I was laughing my socks off. Hi, Alf. How are you? Thank you so much for being a channel member and sponsoring the channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. I absolutely appreciate it. And we have a channel member. We have a brand new channel member. Thank you for joining us inside Parati within channel memberships. This brings me joy. Thank you so much for financially supporting the channel and sponsoring today's show. Guys, with your membership, your monthly memberships, what those funds do is they go into my piggy bank, and I'm currently aiming to purchase. I was going to purchase a new mic because I thought there was a sound problem with this. No. Okay, the problem was me. The problem was me not knowing that this stupid webcam was picking up the sound when it should be my mic that is picking up the sound. So I apologize for that inconsistency in the quality of my sound. But speaking of quality of sound, we have a brand new channel member. Boo 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 boo. Come on now, we've got to make sure that we celebrate our new channel members. Do I have a dollar sign sound? No, I don't. That would be nice. But thank you so much for coming on board as a channel member. It brings me absolute joy. Madame Molokele. I know I'm saying that wrong. I know I am messing it up. Oh, and our channel member says, I hate Baloyi's mouth. It's full of flies. You see, Baloyi. I don't know him from a bar of soap. Famous words of Judge Rata, but even though you don't know him from a bar of soap, have you heard what has been put on the record by Ntanzi himself? You can't ignore it. It is on the record. He said Baloyi was supposed to assist him years ago. Years ago. I just want to pause and take that. Man, I felt that. And he did nothing. This is the same Baloyi who also told Gwabeni to go home and get married and get his head straight. And they'll talk next time. That's the same George Baloyi. Welcome to the membership side. Thank you so much. Alf, I see. He's doing his countdown. He gave me permission to skip through those messages. Okay, if you become a channel member, guys, you get access to our exclusive emojis, which makes our chat even more fun. Drop those. If you're a member and you're still live with us now, please drop a Advocate Ngomezulu and Ramasipidi emoji in the chat. Yeah, let's just show it off in the comment section down below as we speak about them right now. No, we do not have a George Baloyi emoji. No, we will never have one. Just putting that out there. And we also have Seskona. That's right. That's right. I see you, Alf. Yes. Inside Parati within Bondava. I'm so happy you made it because I think last week you were late. And shout out to everybody who is on our email list. Confirm with a 1 in the comment section down below that you did get your email notification that we are live. Okay. The systems are systeming. Okay. This is why it's greatly appreciated when you do the super chats, when you join the memberships. It means I can, sign up for these additional services. Thank you for throwing in those emojis, Alf. It means I can have these additional systems. Systems. What kind of English is that? These additional systems that can assist me to make your life experience so much more better. So I absolutely appreciate that. Yeah, so we now have an email list. If you didn't know, we surely do. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Make sure you're signed up. You'll be the first to know when you're live. Not only the first to know when we're live, but you'll also be the first to know when we have any kind of exclusives and don't do any. Or, when there's information I want to talk about, but I can't because, YouTube just doesn't allow some kind of behavior, like talk about BBLs or share photos of BBLs. Yeah, stuff like that. Not that I'm going to do that. I'm just giving that as as a most recent example. So I just wanted to share. That's the purpose of our lives, our email list, actually. It's designed for us to have, communication, to improve on our communication. Da, 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 da. I'm dropping it now. There. Just about to pin it. Funda Tembi Funda. That's right. So I'm just about to drop it for you guys. Waiting for tomorrow. You know what? I don't know how I feel about tomorrow. Sorry, multitasking is difficult. I just wanted to pin that comment. I don't know how I feel about tomorrow because tomorrow it's going to be a Baloyi. And you guys know, if you thought that the cold storage unit or the cold drink unit torturized allegedly Ntanzi, that's not going to be the torture. The real torture is going to begin tomorrow under the leadership of George Baloyi in partnership with my Lord. Just know my Lord is definitely having a full-time seat in the arena starting tomorrow. You'll come here and you will tell me in the comment section that I was right. My Lord is taking his throne into the arena. It is going to be crazy. I think Baloyi is like, how dare you embarrass me on national TV and expose me for having known about your torturization, and I'm going to teach you a lesson in what torturization really, really is. You're going to pay the highest price for this. Have you seen how fast and furious Baloyi is writing? Have you seen? Let me show you. Let me show you. There. There. Let's watch this clip.
That's what comes out first in a boy when you grow up.
Thank you, my lord. I'm done with this picture. Can you go to the next exhibit? Exhibit S.
Do you see that? Shololo is literally saying, "Thank you, my lord. I am done. Can we please?" What is Baloyi writing? Is he writing, "Thank you, my lord. I am done with exhibit"? What are you writing? Look at the doctor writing away. What are they writing? It's exhibit S. They possibly cannot be writing, "Thank you, my lord. I am done with exhibit." Fast and the entire time. I could keep forwarding this over and on and on and on and on and on. And you will see for yourself, he's consistently there again.
The exhibit S. Thank you. Mr. Ntanzi, did you also have dreadlocks during the period or during the year of October 2014?
Ingabe amaras onawo yini ngo-October 2014?
Look at that writing.
No, I did not have. I've never had them since.
Okay. Did you have a gold tip?
Wawunalo izinyo legolide? No, I've never had one.
See, he just wrote down, no, I've never had one. Still writing. What are you writing, both of you?
In Exhibit S, my lord, there is a photo number 17, which is on page 17, my lord. Once the technology is failing us, but it has been placed on record in that picture. That photo depicts Mr. Ntuli and accused number 3.
Isithombe lesi-ke sikhombisa umnumzana uNtuli kanye naye-ke umsolwa wesithathu.
Do you see that picture?
Uyasibona?
Yeah, ngiyasibona.
Yes, I do.
Sorry, my lord. I'm just told that the state is now assisting us.
They're still writing. What are they writing? The state is assisting us? Okay, so I think I've proved my point. I can keep going all day just to show you how much Advocate George Baloyi was writing down. It's going to be a war zone. Okay, it's going to be a bloodbath. It is going to be a tough one. And I was so afraid when Ntanzi was asked if he was okay or he wanted to continue. I was like, oh, Ntanzi, I surely hope you say you want to go because it's Friday. We know, okay, it is an unwritten rule inside the Senzomewa trial that everybody takes a jab at giving an excuse for why they can't continue for the day. But did anybody tell Danzi the assignment? Did he understand the assignment? And when he was given the mic, he said, yes, let's start on Monday, which was great. Everybody appreciated. I think they all held their breath like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What? They didn't plan that my Lord was. When has my Lord ever asked the witness, are you okay to continue? Anyway, I am digressing. The point that I'm getting at is tomorrow is going to be a war zone, a bloodbath in its totality. Will Ntanzi survive? Let me put that as a poll because I want to know what you guys think. Dun da da da. Oh no. That's a new button. YouTube is always introducing new things. Da. Let me see. How am I going to phrase this? Will Ntanzi be able to survive Judge Baloyi? Cross-examination. Cross. Those who watched my video this morning, did you hear me struggle with the word cross-examination? Can you believe it? My brain, the wires got all crossed up. I couldn't say it. And I was like, I'm not editing this out. I'm leaving it in. Yes. This is his time to shine. No, he is too emotional. And for the doubting Thomases, I will add, let's wait and see. There, I put the poll up. Please go ahead and vote. I want to see what you guys where you stand. Where you stand. It is anonymous, okay? Even you who doesn't want to subscribe, you can participate in the poll. It is anonymous. I won't know about it. It's just for numbers purposes. So we see what the feeling is like. Shout out, over 1,394 of you have come into the live and stopped by. Thank you so much. But did 1,395 of you leave a like? Huh? What is difficult about, like, guys, every video I watch, I'm gonna tell you, as a YouTuber, like a person who puts content on YouTube, I understand the importance of like, and I watch any video I watch, even if I like the creator or not. As soon as I get in, I like the video. It's like marking the register. I just like the video because they've produced the content for me. There's a video I watched recently. I don't know the channel. Let me look for it. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. I shared it to my community post. Um I don't want to spam you guys on the email list, so I only posted it here on YouTube. I was laughing from start to finish, and I had never, ever, ever been on that channel. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. The channel name is Chester Missing and Conrad. So it's a 13-minute and 40-second video. I was laughing for 13 minutes and 40 seconds. And I hit that like button because I thought it was absolutely funny, and I subscribed because I definitely want the notification the next time they post a video. And I do this with all channels that I watch. I'm presently watching, I don't know why YouTube is sending me all these videos of people that live in their cars. Um, that's what I also see as well. But I make sure to like the video because I understand what it does for the video. So I would appreciate if you guys also liked my videos. We have a deal. You can like it at the beginning, at the end of the video. If you felt it doesn't deserve the like, you can take back your like. But then I understand life happens. You could possibly start watching the video and then a call comes in, or your child comes in, or something happens, and then you've left the video and then you didn't do your civic duty. So let's go ahead and make it a habit to like the video when we start. I would appreciate it. Then we also, oh my goodness, we have more members, guys. Where are these members coming from? Yeah, is this Alf? Is this Alf doing his civic duty in the comment section? Thank you to everybody who joined the memberships today. We have another brand new member, and this member is Undo. Oh, see, I gotta stop and look at it properly. Untovego. Hi, Untovego. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member and sponsoring the channel. I absolutely appreciate it. I think I'm gonna get my device sooner than I thought because I need a very, very brand new. I think this time because I use an iPad Pro. And I got it when they first came out, which I think is like 2 years ago. And this one is kind of it's now starting to tell me your device is hot. It has to cool down. What? It's not even hot. So I know that's a sign. It's a sign things are about to happen. So I hope we get a new device before, and your channel memberships contribute to the channel and our devices. So I would appreciate it. And I'm loving that we have so many members today. I feel so special. The sound is good. I know, guys. I feel so bad that I didn't check this. I'm gonna add check mic on my checklist. I have a checklist that I go through before we go live to make sure that the experience is good. And I can also feel it because I can feel that the sound is good. I don't know why I didn't pay attention before, and I apologize. It is my fault. Bongani is waiting for Ntanzi. Really? It's waiting for him to do what? Promise? Why would you say that? Promise? It's waiting for him for what? What exactly? You have to bring us and make us understand. Um, we have one like and only 34 views. I think this was at the beginning of the show. Tina Avotandin Davasila. Rotani, welcome. Yes, we are. We are inside Pagati within. What did my Lord think? That he was just going to have a trial and people were not going to watch and he was going to do what it pleases? No, we are here, okay, to hold him and the cold drink unit accountable. We will hold you accountable at every step of the way. Judge, prosecutor, witness, and wow, We're going to skip the rest of that. Kininda is annoying. Hello. Hi, David. I confirm my appearance on behalf of the pensioners. Oh, my goodness. That is so hilarious, but we love it. Welcome to all pensioners. All pensioners, thank you so much. I know that I have pensioners on the channel, and I do know that we also have a retired judge who watches the channel, guys. Okay. I do know that because I see it in the comments, and the retired judge once, put his judging mind into the comments. I feel so honored. Oh, thank you so much for choosing to watch my channel. Okay, over here you're not a pensioner. You are a beloved viewer. Good evening, Mzansi Unfiltered. I confirm I am appearing. Sniper. Sniper is here and he's appearing on behalf of Judge Rata. Welcome, welcome. Please, if you are appearing on behalf of Judge Rata, are you ready to take the heat on his behalf? You are indebted to your lordship. I surely am. Oh, I think that was for Sniper. We are inside Pagati with it. Yes. So the members mode will definitely get more climate. Yes. I see it, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's like the live stream. Yes. Clubmates inside the membership. Welcome. Okay, everyone is confirming. Alf is here in the live. We are ready. Strict rules here. Very strict rules. Rams has details. So that's one thing about Rams that he went through the details and I appreciated it. Okay, fine. I'm lying. It was in the beginning. I didn't know where he was going, but then when I now understood what he was doing, I was like, oh, he went through everything line by line by line to make it extremely difficult for Baloyi to find an in. He made sure he covered everything, and wow. And he even said, "This is not about time. Your life is on the line, Ntanzi. So we're going to do this. If it takes us 2 months, it will take us 2 months." And they did it. And Untanzi, he loves to add addendums. That's one advice I would give him as they go into the trial tomorrow. When George Baloyi asks you, what color is the sky? Blue. Don't say it's blue on Mondays and then in the morning it's cloudy and then the sun comes out and then after the sun comes out and then around about lunchtime it starts to rain and then when it starts to, because what happens when you do that? Pay attention, Ntanzi. What happens when you do that? When you over give information, you're going to give Advocate George Baloyi something to work with without noticing. Let me give you another scenario. Let's use Shadrach Sevilla. The Lieutenant General Mkwanazi has a social media account, and he has thousands of social media accounts. And then he's always on social media, and then everybody loves him. Do you know what he's just said over there? How do you know? How do you know? You also have a social media account. Do you see? Do you see how over talking ends up exposing yourself? While Shadrach Sibia thought that he was throwing the general in the tiny little province of KZN, Umkonazi. Shout out to Umkonazi and the PKTT. We are in this mess because of you. Um, if you could just dedicate, just an hour a day to look into the cold drink unit. Can somebody please disband that unit? Can that unit be disbanded immediately? The real immediately. How about that? Can they disband the cold drink unit immediately? Kunini, guys, because we can't go day by day hearing all these things about this unit, and the unit is still ongoing. The only thing that has changed is that Mabena is 6 feet under. That's the only thing that has changed in that unit. But the rogality is still roguing. Do you understand what I mean? Drop a 3 in the comment section if you agree that the cold drink unit needs to be disbanded. But Ntanzi needs to ensure he follows protocol. What color was Fisoguhle Ntuli's polo sedan? I don't know. George Baloyi. Why don't you know? I don't know who Fisoguhle Ntuli is. You don't know accused number 5, Fisoguhle Ntuli? Never saw the man. I met him for the first time at Boksburg Magistrate Court. But in your written confession, dun dun, I never wrote a written confession. That's how he needs to do it. This is how I picture Bongani Ntanzi will do it. What color is Fisoguhle Ntuli's polo sedan? I don't know. I don't know him. I never met him. The first time I met him was at the Boksburg Magistrate Court when we appeared for the first time, and he was part of the co-accused. I was so shocked, and then I put up my hand, and then I wanted Giaco to come, and Giaco came, and then I told him, "Bruh, who are you? I don't know who you are. I want to talk to the magistrate." And Giaco goes, "You need to shut up, okay? You need to shut up. We offered you 3 million. You didn't take it. Now you gotta sit and watch and see how this cookie crumbles. Okay, this is all your fault." Magistrate, yeah, he just wants to talk about some stuff. We'll talk about it later. And then Bongani Ntanzi continues when he's now talking to Baloyi. He then says, and then besides, I'm from Mahlabatini. I'm from Nongoma. I have no idea where he's from. His mother might be in Ntanzi. Do you see what I mean? George Baloyi is a skilled prosecutor. He knows how to get Ntanzi talking. It's going to happen. Excuse me. It's going to happen. Ntanzi better not fall for the trick. He better not fall for these long winding paragraphs that he likes to do. And then Jonas has to jump in and say, "Iman, Iman." And then Jonas jumps in, and you can see that Ntanzi wants to continue with his heated sentence. That has to end. Okay? Don't do it as of Monday. Stop it. Because it's going to land you in a lot of trouble. That is my genuine advice to Ntanzi, accused number 2. I hope that Ramasipili reminds him. You see, Nisi also had to remind him, but Nisi did it like a brother. You see, Nisi is a genius. Do you know how Nisi did it? He did it in isiZulu, meaning it is not on the record. It's in the video recording right here on these YouTube streets, but it is not on the record. Do you guys remember what Umnisi said? Umaga Sandra says, "I confirm my appearance on behalf of the BBL gang, my lord." Do you guys remember what Umnisi said when he told Ntanzi um, to stop it? He literally told him, "Stop it." Because Ntanzi was going on a long tangent again. Let me think what he said. I can't remember the exact words, but he said he said, "Stop yekela ukufakelela," something like that, which means stop adding. Okay, stop it. Just answer my question. And then I think with Unumalo asked him a question. I can't remember what it was. And Tanzi asked a question, and Unumalo said, "You're not here to ask questions." So I believe there's gonna be a rocky start, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. That's right. Ungafakeleli Ntanzi. He said it with such passion because that's the kind of brother Umnisi is, and a very, very smart one. He said it in isiZulu to make sure it's not on the record, and my lord didn't jump into the arena and say anything either. So officially it's not on the record, and guess what Jonas didn't do? He didn't translate it back into English. He let it go too. So it's on the unofficial record. It's not on the official transcripts, court transcripts. I just pray. Wait, Ntanzi needs to be firm with Baloyi and stop being too respectful. Let's talk about this and stop being too respectful. These corrupt people don't care about. Yeah. Who's this? Kushaz? I stand with Kushaz. You see, Ntanzi, that respect is not going to clear your name. It's all great and all for the public record, for accountability, for you to sleep well at night. Um, it's not going to assist you. When the judge sits down and looks at the evidence, well, a normal judge would just look at the facts, right? The facts of the case, the facts of the evidence. There's nowhere where the judge will say, how was he addressing the deceased? Oh, he addressed him as his brother. That's cute. That's respectful. How was he addressing Brigadier? How was he addressing Baloyi? How? No, I can't say they lied. It's not going to help you. You need to put the facts as they are. If they lied, they lied. Don't try sweet talk it, because none of them were sweet talking you when they were torturizing you. None of them were thinking of you when they were supposed to submit a complaint with regards to your torturization. Judge Baloyi didn't care, continued with his life. For years, he thought nobody would find out. We surely did. Tried to deny it, and he thought it was going to end there. But Sipho Ramasipili said, I'm going to teach you a lesson you will never forget. Came back the next day and said, I'm just going to read this to the record for everybody to know that this really did happen and Ntanzi's not making things up. My lord, I turned to the record of the magistrate court and dun dun wow. Like that was an epic moment. Where was George Baloyi then to object? Jalolo. Okay? Nowhere to be found. That is the purpose of the record, Ntanzi. So that when they go back to the record, they say, Bongani Ntanzi said, Skhumbuzo Zungu lied. Not Skhumbuzo Zungu made a mistake. He wasn't making a mistake when he sat down and wrote his affidavit and wrote your name all over that affidavit. There's too many times for it to now be called a mistake. So I agree with this comment. 165%. It's a dog eat dog world. Yes, yes, it's not your character. Your dad didn't raise you that way, but your dad cannot come to save you. It's a fact. I don't mean any disrespect, but you're on your own on this one. Throw it. Throw the dogs under the bus. Okay? Beat the dog, beat the dog, beat the dog until the owner of the dog comes out. Speaking of the owner of the dog, who is the owner of the dog? Who is the owner of the dog? Let me do a quick check on our poll. Yes, this is his time. 66% of you say that he will do just fine with George Baloyi. No, he's too emotional. Let's wait and see. I am team. I'm not sure. I will vote after day one. I I need to see. I, I I'm a show me kind of person. Show me and I'll believe it kind of person. I'll see how day one goes. And if he messes it up, I'm just gonna go to the Madlanga Commission and watch Shadrach Sivia dig his grave 27 feet deep. Anyway, I just pray. This is Daniel. I just pray that Ntanzi be firm and stand. Huh? I just pray that Ntanzi is firm and stands and not be shaken by Vaseline. I pray so too. Next comment. I was hoping that Rams will amplify the alibi for Ntanzi on the 26th of October 2014. I hope he left it because a witness is coming. What is the alibi again? The alibi is if I wasn't at work, then I was back in the homelands. That's the alibi. And yeah, it needed a little bit of intensity. As it pleases the chat room. Boo, 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 boo. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh, Sis Pat has files. I'm sure she has a file. She's just waiting for the right time and the right platform. As Shadrach Sevilla says, I was told I must wait for the right time and the right platform, and I am here at the right platform, and I'm being told I can't talk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at a grown man with a giant ring who knows about women's BBLs. Wow. Crazy business. Good evening, defense family. Good evening. Good evening, Robert. Robert Matlala. Any relation to, Cat Matlala? Just asking for clarity purposes. Clarity seeking question. Are you or are you not in relation to the infamous cat? Have you or have you not benefited from the proceeds of the? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I can't bring myself. Oh, I'm just gonna tell you something. I met someone. Okay. Um, I was checking in. So I'm checking in, and when you're checking in, they have their name badges, but they just have their first name. I was like, oh, nice to see you. Blah 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 blah. This is a place that I frequent, so they're very familiar with me, familiar with my name. Shout out to everybody over there. And I absolutely love this location. Absolutely love it. Anyway, so as I'm checking in, I'm like, hi, I've never seen you before. What's your last name? Because I like to address people and know who they are, right? And he says, oh no, just just my first name is fine. I'm like, why? He's like, it's not a good time for me to say what my last name is, my surname is. And I look at him and I say, what's wrong with your surname? I say, okay, fine. Just tell me. I promise not to laugh. I promise not to laugh. Then he says his name, and then he says Matlala. I burst out laughing. What's going on? Did I lose internet connection? What's going on? Anyway, I burst out laughing. Remember, I had just confessed and said, I promise I won't laugh. Tell me what your last name is. And then he says his last name is Matlala. And I said, oh, yeah, continue not. Don't do it. I could see in the position you're in, it's not a good time. So, fun fact: the Impalas died because allegedly they didn't like him. The Impalas died because they were like, man, what are we doing on a ranch of a policeman? How is a policeman a ranch owner? When they come to do the lifestyle audit, we will be part of the audit. It's best we just, kick the bucket. So the Impalas left the building. I can't bring myself to listen to Shaddy. Shaddy on his own is a Netflix series, a document all on his own. Like he could be a show, like the Dave Chappelle's, a one-man show. Shadrach Sibia is a one-man show. In fact, they should have sold tickets. I can't believe the things that come out of that man's mouth. I also can't believe Saps took him back. In my opinion, he's not qualified. The man is yet to tell us, and then I investigated this and that. No, he told us about a Porsche and a BMW. So this is a national commission about allegations of corruption, and you just put on the record you got a Porsche. I don't know. One plus one is not two there. 1 plus 1 is not two. I'm inside Parati within. Hello, good evening. I am still asking myself, how did General Sibia get involved in the Senzo Mewa case? Because he was still working exactly this. He was still working at the city of Joburg. Mhm. How? Good evening. And Leah says, even Advocate Otefo, when he got arrested inside the courtroom, they did not read him his rights. They surely didn't. It's on record. It's on record and they can't even deny it. Go after them, Advocate, therefore. Get them where it hurts. Apparently, his lawyer ditched him. Yes. No, his lawyer didn't ditch him. That's Shadrach Sibia's lawyer, not Advocate Therefore's lawyer. Shadrach Sibia's lawyer said, you know what? This man doesn't listen. The lawyer didn't just ditch him. She resigned and left the firm. Do you understand what that is? That is code for I want nothing to do with those Mgulugutus. I would rather be unemployed. I would rather sit on a ranch. I would rather never take another case again. This is too deep. That's what that means to me, in my opinion. I don't have any facts to prove it. Watching from Oxford, like Oxford Dictionary? No, no. Don't show your ignorance on the internet. Oxford University? Boo, 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 boo. Thank you for watching from Oxford. Tomorrow Ntanzi should return fire with fire. It's going to be a fire baptism. Is that what you're predicting? Baloyi will try to be sneaky and trick him or provoke his emotion. 100%. I bet you Baloyi right now is practicing how he's going to trigger him. I bet you Baloyi knows all the trigger points. Mhm. I do also. What are Ntanzi's trigger points? Drop them in the comment section down below. I will. His number one trigger point is not taking a shower. His number two trigger point is seeing the good doctor's teeth. He can't stand it. And what has the good doctor done? Let me show you. Where is this YouTube video? What has the good doctor done? Those of you who've been watching the Senzo Meiwa trial for years and years and years, tell me what you notice that is different. Let me make sure you see it clearly. Let me remove the comment. I'm going to remove this comment and let me remove. Da, 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 da. How do I remove this? How do I remove this? Guys, I don't even remember how I do my own stuff. Hold on. There. A clear visual. Let me know in the comment section what you noticed that is different about the courtroom layout. Did you guys notice this before? Uh, 10 seconds. You guys don't see the difference? Come on, you gotta see the difference. It's right there. Okay, the first difference is, do you see my mouse? Let me see on my screen. Do I see my own mouse? No. Anyway, the good doctor is now seated to the right. No, wait, is this the right? Yeah, the good doctor is now seated to the right of George Baloyi. Okay, typically the good doctor sits here and then George Baloyi sits here. No, they switcherooed for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen. It has never happened in the history of the Senzo Meiwa trial. They have never switcherooed like this. Not only did they switcheroo, they then moved this podium right here. Do you see this one with the pink mic? They moved it. Advocate Tulani Joshua Ngomezulu used to sit here, and then we would see the good doctor here, and then the podium was literally where the doctor sits. But what did the doctor decide? To move the podium. I don't know if they're trying to block the view from these guys. I'm not sure. Or they really, really want to make sure, because Ntanzi, the witness box is literally right in front of them. They want to make sure that Ntanzi feels their presence. It's called an intimidation tactic. Ntanzi has showed his cards. This is what you don't show your cards. Ntanzi showed his cards by saying, "You guys are busy out here laughing. I can see you, and you're just laughing and chucking away and finding anything I say hilarious. You've been laughing and you're literally irritating the hell out of me." And they said, "Bet, hold my beer, moved the table around. Now you're going to see us in full view." So this is an intimidation tactic in my interpretation of what is going on here, because I repeat, this has never happened before. We have never seen the podiums like this. I want to also think they moved this one, because normally the distance between podium, the middle one, and the one Lolo is using, there is enough space for 3 advocates to sit. So there will be Umnisi, Ramasipili, Ngumalo, and then the podium, and then Lolo, who we never see inside the camera frame. Have you guys noticed that? So let me check your comments. Ntanzi did well at a trial within a trial. I think he can pull this one. They did move the podium. They do move the podiums now and again. Really? I haven't noticed it. I only noticed it here. The difference there, okay, fair. That is a fair point. The difference is that there is no Linda Mnisi. I can't with you guys. Focus. The whole point was not Linda Mnisi. The point was the podiums. Okay? So, oh wow, you guys are hilarious. Absolutely, absolutely hilarious. So, strange things are happening in yes. Strange things are happening in South Africa. I hear that Ballermine has written affidavit that reads the security guard shot himself with his own working pistol. But investigations show that the guard was shot in the back. How do you shoot yourself in the back? If you're shot in the back, it is a sign that you were running away and they got you. So, how did he shoot himself? This is a skill we're going to have to learn. It must be a Zimbabwean skill. They must tell us how they do it. I saw Shadrach Sevilla deny the BMW the same way Gininda did. Now, I like this comment. Gininda and Shadrach Sevilla are cut from the same cloth. They will deny what is right in front of them. Gininda reinvented what the DNA evidence means. How? Shadrach Sevilla will deny what a clear instruction written in English means. They are used to just talking and hearing the sounds of their voices and not being questioned by anyone, which is why Madlanga Commission needs to just call Gininda. They should just ask for a bonus day, call Gininda, and just grill him. Just grill him. I want to see something. All the hogwash will be revealed with time in that tavern court. And we are watching it unfold, and it is just so beautiful to see. Good evening, Mzansi Unfiltered. Good evening, Siyabonga. The cold drinks unit is under Sibia. Not yet. He wanted it though. They are not even mentioning the red Uno he was driving. I wonder which police station uses Unos. The French police used it, but not South Africa. Even top of the range Uno Turbo. I heard Baloyi is related to Chikotwala. Hi, Chikotwala, we miss you. You've been so quiet. Can you issue out another media tour? We miss you. It's been a while since we've heard from you and your kids. Is it not the reason Kelly is being protected? I don't know. He admitted knowing about the torture, yet in the trial within the trial, he pushed for the confessions to be admitted. Those confessions are illegitimate. They surely are. Yes, there are many people who get unalive during police torture. Hi, Hubert. How you doing? Haven't heard from you in forever. Good to see you. You see, guys, if you stop commenting, I also know you're not commenting. And then I worry. And then I'm like, is everything okay? The cold storage team knew that the torturing using electrocution will cause heart disease. What? Oh my goodness. It's disgusting how Urata continues to entertain the state, with Baloyi having been pointed and dragged through the mud for his enablement of the Mgulukuturization. We have Brandon as a new member. Thank you for 3 months. And also, thank you so much for our super thanks today. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. I can't understand why the judge listens to all the terrible things these gents were going through, but he still believes he's corrupt Gininda, Zungu, and Baloyi. It is frustrating. It is beyond frustrating. I wouldn't mind if the judge was neutral and didn't show his cards, but he shows us on a daily basis that he loves and adores the cold storage unit. He thinks it's the best unit since sliced bread, and he's just going to continue to love them until Mandela rises. It's not me who says that, it's him. Okay, he's the one who constantly talks about Nelson Mandela. I hope the state cross examination will not take long. boring us with fabrication, it will be very long. That you can count on. Baloyi is not going to just let Ntanzi lie in a bed of roses. No. We miss you, Advocate Ngomezulu. My heart goes to his family. Surely does. Patricia actually posted a video. It was so heartbreaking. I couldn't even share it. It was just too heartbreaking. What? And it's an old video of Ngomezulu. So go over and check it out on her page. What is the nationality of the bad doctor? I don't know. I already pressed the like button. I love and appreciate you. Umkazi Media, shout out to you. Boo, 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 boo. It clearly shows signs of a brown envelope because listening to this trial really frustrates me. There's some days that are harder than others. Oh, yes, you sound very audible today. Yay! Thank you for confirmation. Roy is waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a hard day, guys. Tomorrow, yikes. It's going to be a hard day. I'm so ready for tomorrow. Supporting Ntanzi all the way. We are ready for 4 weeks on the stand. You called it. It surely is going to be 4 weeks plus. When is the adjournment? Their recess. I know there's a recess coming up. Da 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 da. When last did we digress? I hope that Baloyi. I hope that Baloyi will come close to the crime scene and link the accused with the mastermind so that we close the matter. It is too long now. He can't. He's not going to do that. He's the very person who blocked the mastermind from being arrested. Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda on page 283 of Paula Sullivan's book told us this, that he took the J50 warrant of arrest and the prosecutor said, stand down, stand down, stand down, stand down. Hands off Kelly Komalo. She's mine. He's not going to do that. He's definitely not. After the 35 million went viral, the judge is trying to pretend as if he's impartial. He's going to struggle with that this week. Ntanzi will survive because we keep praying for strength and justice. Boo, 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 boo. Please keep praying and keep praying and praying and praying without ceasing. We need this case to come to an end with the right verdict. The advocates representing the accused are all God fearing individuals. I can vouch for them. Uncorruptible. Compared with witness F's advocate, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato. If you don't know why I'm saying that, where have you been? I did a full video on Mr. Nguato and my opinion of him, and I stand with Onikonyati here. Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato. You see, I told you. I told you, and I was speaking from a place of experience. What medical procedure are you going for after court on a Friday? You fly out on a Friday to the medical procedure. You see, first of all, to get on a plane after you've done a medical procedure, you need clearance. Trust me. And as I say this, I'm reminded many, many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I was at Heathrow Airport and I self-disclosed something to the person who checks you in, and I was flying back home. And I self-disclosed something. I probably said something like, "How far is the gate? Just want to make sure that I can, I can make it." I shouldn't have said that. See, I'm taking my own advice in hindsight. I should never have said that because they said, "What? What did you just say?" I said, "Yeah, I just need to know how far the gate is because, I probably said I'm not feeling so well." Da, 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 and then I hold my beer. Oh, you wait right there. You wait right there. Went to check with the supervisor to see if I could be allowed to board the plane. What? I was so mad. I was so mad. And I did this to myself because I self disclosed. I cannot get on a plane After you've had a medical procedure done, you need a medical certificate. Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato. So that's when I looked at him sideways. Well, I already looked at him sideways because he showed up at the Madlanga Commission with his tie not exactly tied on. It looked like he just threw it on. Like, oh my goodness, wait, I gotta put on a tie. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what real lawyers do. They put on ties. And then he refused to put on the blazer of his suit. He said, "Oh my God, it's so hot." He's just such a dysfunctional advocate. That one. I'm sorry. Am I showing that he's not a favorite for me? Yeah, absolutely. Because of his behavior. And there's a saying about first impressions. My first impression of him is, oh, he's an interesting man. So he told the commission that he couldn't work over the weekend because he had a medical procedure. And then this forced the commission to end for the day. And then in my mind, I was like, wait, you have a medical procedure? You're getting on a plane? Huh. Lies. You have a medical procedure and you'll be ready to be back at work on. Huh? What kind of recovery time is that? Is this a root canal? What are you doing? Anyway, this is all just my opinion. I have no facts to prove this, but yeah, Mr. Nguato, Mr. Nguato, he's got questionable behavior. And then, like, that wasn't enough. The next time he showed up, he was late. He called no one. And then he started telling us about the dog ate his homework and that his phone can't open PDF in 2026. Get the hell out of here. Anyway, that's the Madlanga Commission. They're so nice. They listen to him. And then, as you know, they finally won. And then Witness F said, I'm coughing. You can't hear me. Well, it's because I've got a flu. And Madlanga Risen made the mistake of giving him the rest of the day off. And that was the last we ever heard from him. Apparently, now he's in hospital. Sure, show me the hospital records. That's what I would ask for. Good move by Ntanzi to opt for postponement for Monday. The doctor can't shine on Ntanzi's shine. Huh? I don't understand the last part of that sentence. I think the question should be, will George survive Bongani Ntanzi? I love that. Because he surely did not survive Makosonke as well as Ukwaveni. I stand corrected. Okay. I take that correction. Yes, you are right. Will George Baloyi survive Ntanzi? Costa Chauke, I'm here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Good evening, family. Good evening, Renee. I'm really worried about how the judge is going to twist the DNA thing. He already twisted it again right before our eyes. And what did Ngumalo say? Focus. We are talking about DNA, not fingerprints. Okay? Don't confuse the two. About the DNA thing, it really shows that he will sentence them. He doesn't even listen to how Untanzi's phone was pinging in other locations. That phone pingation and how it was put on the record, love it. Chef's kiss, that was brilliant. Bongani Ntanzi didn't have his phone. So why is the phone calling Fisaguhle and Tuli? How is that possible? I wish Baloyi can be called to the Madlanga so that the bad doctor and my lord can be confused. Oh, okay. Divide and conquer. I see what you say. I am also a recycled teenager. I don't understand. What is a recycled teenager? Judge Rata must go. Answer before the Madlanga. He is a classic, 100%. He is a classic candidate. The minute you mentioned over information, Sibia comes to mind. Of course, he needs to listen to me. I appreciate that he started to listen to me when I said you can never misquote silence and he stopped doing his media tours. But now that he's got the mic, ooh, he's that guy who doesn't put the mic down. It's unfair. Mommy, he's so famous. He's more famous than me. We're in this mess because of Zungunaiza. Yes, he's not mighty. No, he's a weak, pathetic man. I confirm my appearance on behalf of the BVL gang, gang, gang. Oh, speaking of the BBL, guys, can I offer up a second? Speaking of the BBL, I got to see a full picture of the BBL. No, guys, no. This sounds terrible. Let me fix that sentence really fast. I got to see a full picture of no, not Brigadier, of General Sentimule, who's alleged to have a BBL that was paid for by Kat Matlala. And in my personal opinion, I think she needs to ask for a refund. But then does the refund go to her or does it go to Kat Matlala? Anyway, I got to see the BBL. And speaking of no, I'll do a separate video of that. Let me not digress further. Let's stay here inside the Sensible trial. Ungafaka ungafakeleli Ntanzi. Ungafakeleli Ntanzi. I loved that moment, I have to say. I never got your email. My email was sent out on time. Please check your spam folder and check your junk folder as well. And I'm going in here to see if we have a problem. Da 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 da. Tell me what your email address starts with. Like, don't tell me all of it. Like, let me see if I can see an email close to what Umhlonishwa. Hi, Umhlonishwa. I'm sorry you didn't get the email, but I know that it is possibly in your junk or it is in your spam folder. Please check those. Make sure you save my email so that the next email comes through. I want to see if I have Umhlonishwa on the list. Da, 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 da. But you know, emails are hard. You can't really know who's who. Dun, da, da, da. I don't see one that says Umhlonishwa. So, and I don't have an email that didn't go through. So, I can confirm you got the email. The question is, where is it? Ha! I found your email. I found your exact email. Isn't that ironic? I have your email. Thank you so much for subscribing. Wow, I found your email. It is right here. You are on the list. So you have the email. Please check your junk. Because I see that possibly this is like your work email. So maybe it didn't come to your main email. Please check your junk and spam folder. I have your email right here. And it's not like a wrong email. Isn't that funny, guys? I love this system. I love this so much. Oh, this makes me so happy. So, yes, I see your email here. Please check your email and then come back and tell me that you found it. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. Yes, and I sent an email out today. Well, not me. The system sent an email out today. Ntanzi must just stick to his story because Team State will use bully tactics, just like Doctor Who. We can't do that. We don't discriminate on this channel. We and is it a fact and it can't be proven and it's not part of the Zanzibar case. Okay, so let's just stay away from, sexual preferences and done in respect of people's preferences. Yeah. So as it pleases the beautiful court, no, as it pleases the Mzansi Unfiltered court, my beautiful lady, I hereby declare my appearance on behalf of the know nothings, the abandavas, and the watching briefs, of course. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a lot of lines that Baloyi will feast on Ntanzi. Uma Figure's name will be one of those. Okay. Interesting point. Interesting. I liked Bongani Ntanzi's explanation of the name of Figure. Did you guys catch it? If not, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll repeat it. LOL, another grown man with a giant ring who knows about. Yes. It's like, do women sit down and focus on men and their circumcisions? Do women sit down and talk about those? Do they? Wait, is it a thing? That's literally what Shadrach Sivia is doing. Why is he focused on a woman's body part? Especially if he's not sleeping with the woman. Or is he? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not insinuating anything. I just think it's quite odd that if you're not in a relationship with the woman, why are you focusing on her nyash? And anyway, let me, my mind has gone south. Ntanzi did well at a trial within a trial. He can pull this one off. You do it, Ntanzi. You have the backing of the people. We stand with Untanzi. Make sure you type that in the comment section down below. This next comment says, they do, oh, they do move the podium now and then. I've never noticed it. The difference there is that there is no Olindamnisi. Da, 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 da. Hello, 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 Petunia. Petunia, how are you? I got the email. I see, guys. There's one thing about Mzansi Unfiltered. She will come through with the facts. I've got a fact that you got the email because it's green. If it was red, it would mean either your email address is wrong or it bounced or your mail was full, something like that. But it said green. Ganesha, it's inside parity within, and your email address was easy for me to find you because it's literally you. Some people's email addresses are like trees are green. I don't know who you are. Unless also over here your trees are green. Then I'll know it's you. Then I can link the connection. So fun fact. But I hope I get to know you through our email list and we develop our relationships. I am inside Parati. Sorry to be late. Oh my goodness. Charlie is here. Late. Why are you late? That's okay. Make sure you catch the replay. I love that you're here. Anyway, I was traveling from KZN, the tiny little corner, to the Johannesburg. How is the KZN? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for letting us know. Hope your travels were safe and that you stopped for water. Okay. Unless you were inside an aeroplane. But I hope you stopped for water multiple times and that you had some refreshments as well, not like those just from the cold drink unit. Imagine the cold drink unit stopping and having their cold drinks and not offering anything to Umuzis, like those guys. Like if I really sit down and think about, even Dance is like, no, they never fed me. Mm-mm. No, they didn't. Hi, the cold drink gang. Can't go a day without listening to your voice. Oh, I feel so special. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't believe 4 educated black men didn't hear Sergeant Masetle saying DNA results exclude the accused. I think the key word here is educated. Educated. I think that's where the challenge is. Who educated them? Are they really educated? How much did they pay for the education? Okay, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Chico is so stressed. His 35 million rands seems to be going down the drain. The cold beer case unit movie production team obviously drank it all. Allegedly, Chico, don't come for me. I'm just reading a comment. But maybe that's what's gonna bring him out. Feed the dog, feed the dog, feed the dog till the owner comes out. Is it? We don't know who the owner is, yo. Anyway, I actually think that DNA theory is Baloyi's theory, not Gininda's. Gininda is just a guys. Why are you making me read these things? When they come after, they'll come after me. But I'm gonna read this one. Let me just drink this sip of water because wow. Okay. Geninda, don't come for the messenger, okay? I actually think the DNA theory is Baloyi's theory, not Geninda's. Geninda is just a parrot at this point. If you put it to Geninda, he will concede. Knowing Baloyi and Rata will die on that DNA. Listen, it is the hill those two are willing to die on. Now, let me breathe in and breathe out because I need to calm down. Because this comment set me off. Let me tell you something about Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda on page 283 of Paula Sullivan's book. Previously, okay, I thought he was the ringleader. I thought he was the master plan until Kwabeni came into that witness box. It was then that my mindset shifted to understand the dynamics. Gininda did tell us before, but we didn't pay attention. He dropped the hint that this was a prosecutorially led investigation, aka George Baloyi. And what did Shamila Batoit? If you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it all leads us back to George Baloyi. And George Baloyi was in a lower court and then he came to the upper court with the case. He's a very talented, flexible prosecutor. That's what Paula Sullivan calls him. It's not me. I just say what Paula Sullivan says. And you know, Paula Sullivan has been the Lord and Savior of South Africa for many, many years until he arrived at the ad hoc committee and they figured out he doesn't even have O levels. Or maybe the O in O'Sullivan stands for O levels. Anyway, basically, Paula Sullivan has disappeared off the face of the earth since the ad hoc committee, which is quite strange for somebody who loves media tours. Anyway, maybe he's busy drafting his second book and we'll be releasing it soon. I don't know. But the bottom line is strange things are happening in South Africa. Trump tried to tell us, and we didn't listen. Do you guys understand the sequence of things? Trump said, strange things are happening in South Africa. And then Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi took the mic and told us strange things are indeed happening in South Africa. And that there was a meeting between him and Shadrach Sibia. Shadrach, did you record that meeting? Because I've always been curious of what happened in that meeting. Do you have the recording, Shadrach? Because clearly you record people. The meeting where Mkhwanazi said there can never be peace between a police officer and a criminal. How do you live to tell that tale? Anyway, I believe George Baloyi is at the top of the... I don't even think the judge is at the top. He's just a piece of the puzzle. I think George Baloyi knows what really happened to Senzo Meyiwa. I believe so. I truly do. I truly believe so. I am joining the live late. I went out to watch my team beat Tottenham Spurs. What did I miss? Happy to hear your voice. I'm happy you're here. Thanks so much for the well-detailed analysis. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comment. I saw your comment earlier. I'm glad you choose Mzansi Unfiltered for your unfiltered editions. Tottenham Spurs, is that soccer? I don't know, guys. Don't judge my ignorance. Tell me what Tottenham Spurs is. Tell me what game that is. Sport. Oh, look at that. I rely on you regarding the court proceedings tomorrow because I will be at the Madangarism. I feel like I'm going to be left out because I can't go to Madangarism. I can't. I really can't. I got to choose Ntanzi. But I really want to listen to Shadrach, but all he's going to be saying is, Mommy! So while you're relying on me for the sense of Meyiwa trial, I will be relying on Mighty Jamie for the snippets of what went down. Because Shadrach Sibia takes hours to get to one point. He's exhausting. That's another reason why I'm not watching him. In the beginning, I was excited to watch him, but then I realized, wait a minute, we're listening to a grown man whining. Boo! Not for 4 weeks, but 10 weeks. Yes, you're right. You listen, Cindy Sewe. He did. Ramasipili did. Ramasipili was throwing jabs at the state every chance he got. Every chance he got, he was throwing daggers. It was just so, yes, he did. He said, and then the state will cross examine you for 10 weeks, which is why Ramasipili did his evidence in chief the way that he did. Excuse me. You guys are making me choke. I think we should have a trial. Huh? I think we should have a trial by jury in South Africa. I agree. That's why I came up with members of the public jury, because what is this garbage? As this will curb corruption. Sure. No, it won't curb corruption. Oh, it will be worse. Think about it. They will purchase seats in the jury. Think about it. Surely, how many people has just one man, Ket Matlala, purchased inside Pagati within SAPS? There's the BBL, Brigadier. There's Shadrach Severe. There's on and off again girlfriend. And these are people that we know of. There's over there Julius Mkwanazi there at the EMPD. I've just listed 4 people allegedly that have been purchased. Imagine a jury. Ooh, what a disaster. That would be a national disaster. But in a perfect world, yes, a jury would be best. I heard that all cases which Rata has been presiding over, he has never ruled in favor of any of the accused. He convicts the victim and he doesn't care. I don't think he will let Ntanzi walk free. The past is the past. But now he's facing Abondaba. He's facing the Malanga. These are different times. And then he's also facing a very, very strong defense. He's got an uphill battle. Catch me if you can. No, watch, stop me if you can. That's where he's at right now. Sibanda will take the whole month. He's not going to be him. Whoo! I'm excited that it's not going to be him because, wow. The judge will misdirect himself a lot this week. I agree with you. He's ready to throw himself inside the arena. I hope Advocate Ngumalo will fetch him. He's going to be swimming in that arena. He's going to be swimming as if he's at the Winter Olympics. Baloyi, Baloyi, Baloyi alone won't survive Ntanzi's posture. He will need a lot of assistance from the judge. What? Oh, yes. His assistant prosecutor. Unfortunately, they won't stand what is on record, already placed by the defense. Torture nightmare. Have you seen how those guys that went on the media tour after Matlala's arrest were back again at Mugabe's son's arrest, the international blesser? Yes, 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 I saw them. And then, oh, I was supposed to do a video, I forgot. And then, guess what Grace and family did? Grace is Mugabe's son's mother. No, Grace is Mugabe's son's mother. And she said, we don't know him. Okay, we have no spokesperson. We have no family members. Lies have short legs. She said that. So who are you really representing, Mr. I'm everywhere with my backpack? Baloyi, the doctor, will tower over Ntanzi for days and days, exhausting him and provoking his emotions. He's in our prayers. Thank you, Letiwe. Please continue to pray for him. He's a very, very emotional guy. Absolutely understandable. I get it. But we gotta check those emotions, put them in the cold unit. Ntanzi, leave them there at Hosimampuru and come and stand tall. One thing about Ntanzi, he doesn't have to stand tall as a phrase. He is tall. He needs to stand really, really tall. Sorry to go off Ganane. Okay, Singavile, let's hear you. Okay. I'm sorry to go off Kangane. Okay, you sound exactly like the girl I went to high school with. Uh-huh. In fact, I highly think you're her. Okay. Not. You see, your assumption is that I went to high school. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how I did that? You cannot, it can't be. It can't be that you say my voice is the voice of a girl. From how many years ago? It can't be. It can't be. I can assure you that I'm not her. Why? Because I'm an introvert. I definitely never used to talk. You see, in high school, I was a very quiet, shy girl, and I don't know Esingobile Msibi. Fact. There. And I'm not just saying this to misdirect the record. I'm not just saying this to misdirect the record. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. No, I'm genuinely. I don't know Esingobile Msibi. Definitely. Even if Msibi is a married name, I don't know you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break your heart. It's not me. And then next comment, my lady, how you never did a video on Baloyi admitting assault on Ntanzi, or maybe I missed it. I did a video on Ntanzi. I do videos on highlights. Maybe I missed that one. You mean when he was supposed to report the matter? Is that what you're talking about? If the glove does not fit, you must, yes, you must quit. If the DNA does not, we should have long ended this nonsense because the DNA is not DNA. No Polo was there with Umbuyiseni. He embarrassed himself again after the ad hoc. What are we talking about? Can't wait for the Brigadier Gabadia Gininda to appear before the ad hoc committee. Then they ask him about his supposed LLB exam. No, we don't want him at the ad hoc committee. There, Mlangarism. Ad hoc committee is just for political votes. Mlangarism. We want them there with the educated justices and dundanis, and they're going to be like, I put it to you. It's a fact. And Kinder's like, no, subsequent. No. I've got to stop you right there. This is the enemy. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You're spitting facts. Ntanzi will be present and prepared in every way for Baloyi. I'm not saying he won't be prepared. He will be present. Yes, I agree. He will be prepared. Yes, I agree. But he will digress. Sadly, that's where I stand. I stand to be corrected. It will be interesting to see if Sneaky Baloyi, Sneaky Baloyi, will try to sneak in the record what the magistrate said via the sidebar. I mean, the side door. You mean the video? I can't wait for Brigadier Gabadia Ganinda to appear. Oh, I already read this comment. Here's a different angle. I think O'Kelly is involved with the whole concussion of this case. Ganinda made an agreement with her to use her name as the mastermind to make the case look real, allegedly. No, Kelly loves herself too much. She loves herself so much so that she's ready to fight her sister. They are currently not talking to each other, which is perfect. Conquer and divide. One of them will speak, and I suspect Zan. Well, Zandi can't because then she's throwing herself in court because then she would have lied under oath, which leaves Kelly Kumalo, mother of three. I think that I've come to the end of our live today. Thank you so much. You guys distracted me and I missed my 2 hour mark. I'm so sad because I won't be able to break this live up. But that's okay. That's okay. I enjoy my time with you every time. I enjoy your comments. Thank you so much for joining us today. I absolutely love it when you come through and visit the Unfiltered family. And let me just go back and make sure I do a super thanks. No, what am I saying? That I do a super thank you to our super chat, super thanks, super members. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's show. We have Ontavego. Welcome, family. We have Osibangela. Welcome, welcome. And then we have Brandon. I don't know why it shows Brandon has been a member for 3 months. I've never seen that before. But thank you anyway. Wait, I need to figure out what he did. don't know why your comment comes up different. But thank you anyway. Okay, regardless, Brandon, thank you so much for being a channel member. Thank you for sponsoring today's show. And to Castro, it as it pleases the chat room. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who sponsored today's show. I absolutely love and appreciate you. And thank you to everybody who also subscribed to the newsletter. I love you. I love you all. And thank you for sticking it out with us today. Please, before you leave the live, can you do me one solid? You do know that I turned off the ads. Did you notice we watched from start to finish, zero ads? Confirm it with the 5 in the comment section down below. I turned the ads off for you, my love of you. I gave up my revenue. I gave back to the members of the public jury. So can you give me a like? That, see, that's all I asked for. I only asked for a like. Can you like the live before we leave? I'm just gonna stay on to make sure your live is entered. Yeah, let's make sure your live is entered because I gave up my revenue and then I gave you 2 hours of my time. Then you say I don't love you? I love you. I love you so much. I turned off ads. But if you're watching this in the replay, okay, ads are on. Okay. Soon as this live ends, uh ads are on. See why you need to be on the notification gang in the email list so you catch the live and there's no ads? The ads are coming back on. As soon as I hit the end live stream, bam, YouTube is gonna jump with those ads. You understand, right? We've got to keep the lights on. You've got to keep the lights on. And thank you for super chats, super thanks, channel memberships. Those continue to sponsor the channel financially, and I absolutely love and appreciate. Thank you. I see the love, Alf. You see, it's a crime scene for me to go live without ads, but I did it for my people so that we can watch uninterrupted. I did say that the reason was to stand in solidarity with Bongani and Ntanzi. And just a good luck measure for him for tomorrow, because I do believe it is an uphill battle. And I just wanted to stand in solidarity with him. That's my contribution to Ntanzi, that we may gather as a family. So I want us to also take a moment of silence, just to mark the beginning of Ntanzi's cross-examination and drop some kind words for him in terms of his strength. One thing about Ubongani Ntanzi, he is a tall man. I always distract myself. Ubongani Ntanzi is tall. He's taller than everybody there. Super tall. And I hate that his height is what has put him in the position that he's in. And it is absolutely sad that he was targeted. It feels targeted. And when they put down his breakdown, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. I hope that his family is okay. I hope that we, as his online family, continue to keep him in our prayers, continue to strengthen him. And I'm going to go ahead and end this live right here. Thank you for watching.
Closer to finding the answers.
Yeah. Iqiniso lizovela ujaji lo khona uyamthemba since ngalandela ama cases abewenza ngawabona ukuthi wawudila kanjani nawo umuntu ongayithathi nonsense umuntu straight and straightforward ubaba udecent ijustice yakhola ukuthi izokwenzeka looking forward.
Why won't my outro play? Why is my outro embarrassing
So you
me?
also believe that that could have been planted there?
Noma kanjani yaplantwa mfethu lo wathi wayibona uyena wafika nayo lo project yakhe.
So you also believe that that could have been planted there?
noma kanjani iyaplantwa mfethu lo othi wayibona uyena wafika nayo leyo project yakhe.